Today we're going to talk about Atterbury Glass Company of Pittsburgh, PA fish plates. I believe they came in 3 sizes, and they were also reproduced by other glass companies, notably L.E. Smith, and I heard recently that the smaller sizes were produced by Fostoria. I believe all the ones I am showing are Atterbury, and I'll explain why. On this big one, they have the patent date on the back, June 4th, 1872. That becomes important. Now we're done with the big plate. Others that reproduced that would not have included that patent date, and if they did, it would have been written differently. I have 4 examples here, and the crazy thing about it is each one is different. None of these are alike. They're all similar, but they're not alike. The first thing we're going to notice is I made a rough drawing of the different eyes that are on these pieces. Piece number 1 has a semicircle with an oval dot eye in the middle. The second one has no eye. The third one has a semicircle with an oblong, almost a heart-shaped center in the eye. And the fourth one has a circular eye with these rays coming off of it. Totally different. So here's the first eye, right there. I was out gardening, so my hands are a little bit dirty. And the second has no eye, completely blank there. The third has a very pronounced eye, semicircle, and a circle in the center. And this one has a circular eye with 4 rays coming off of it. I think you can probably see those rays there. That's not the only difference. The other difference appears on the backs. I took a pencil, some graphite, and I tried to see if there was anything written on the back. And on this one, right over here in the corner, there's an outline of a D. And I can see a little bit of an E. You probably won't be able to see it, but I believe that that was actually ground off at the factory because it said patent applied for, and it was made before June of 1872. They would have scratched that off because the patent had been approved. There is writing under there. It's just not raised anymore, and the surface is extremely rough, as if it was ground. On this one, it actually has the patented June 4th, 1872, and has a mold flaw in it right below the lettering. This one, I can tell that their letters used to be there, but you can't read them anymore, and they are ground off also. And on this one, we have the patent date again and the mold flaw again. Straw marks, or whatever you want to call them. This is actually a raised mark, almost like a crack in the mold. They made a lot of these. They're not too difficult to find in the wild, but these are very old antique pieces, as you can tell by the patent date and the fact that Atterbury closed in the 1890s. I forget the exact date. But there's a comparison of these 4 fish, which originally you would think, oh, they're all the same. But each one is totally different. They must have been running 6 or 8 molds of these at any given time whenever they were popular to stock their stores. Their customers keep things moving. Everybody wanted to fish, so they were cranking them out pretty good. I didn't look for any other differences, like, well, this one has pronounced fins around the surface of the mouth, This one has pronounced. These are a little bit wider. This one has none, just one divot. This one is the poorest quality glass, the thinnest. I mean, it's really thin. They all have a little bit of fire. This one is the thinnest example. Actually weighs a little bit less too. Even though it's the same size, it should weigh the same. That's something I should do, just take out my scale and weigh them all. But that's the story of the Atterbury fish. No two alike. Not my house. Hey, happy hunting. Pittsburgh Pap here. Have a great day.